Hi students, so we have completed our first chapter and we have introduced many new terms related to financial market and financial system in the first chapter. Now we need to discuss about some parties or some participants in the financial market as well as in the financial system. We all know that finance is the main, or it is considered as the blood of any business or any organization. Just like that, it is considered to be as more crucial or one of the important thing in a human life. As we all know, when this demonetization time came, we all was running to get that currency, and we all was standing near the ATM counters to get the cash. After that, a new era came which deals or which leads to internet, using cards, using virtual cash, something like that. So our attitude towards this cash, money and everything has been changed nowadays. We can do payment while sitting in our home. We can do that payment everywhere whenever we have this mobile phone or the smartphone or the laptop, or we have this internet facility. So life is changing like that. So it is it is a more flexible life as compared to the beginning of something 2000 or 2000 era. Now we are feeling so flexible. We can make payment, we can do anything related to financial services and financial aspects while we have these mobile phones or laptops or any other things. So we have learned in the beginning, or the first chapter, we have learned about this financial market. I'm writing the short form FM, financial market, not financial management or something. It's a financial market, we can say like that, because you all are PG students. It's financial market. You all know the term market. What's the meaning of market? It's a place where goods and services are bought and sold. From 10th plus to 11, we are studying this thing. Market is a place where all these goods and services are bought and sold, or the goods or service or the transactions has been happened in the market only. But in case of financial market, there is only a single change. Here, goods and services are not bought and sold. Here, financial services and financial instruments are bought and sold. We can say like that. In financial market, the financial instruments and financial services are transacted. Transactions means what? I'm giving, you are taking that. That's the thing happening in the financial market. So you are clear about this financial market thing. Now, the next thing is financial system. Financial system, government is a system, college administration is a system, and everything which needs a management is a system. We can say like that, because you are MCom students, you are postgraduates, you know about the systems that are prevailing in the country, but also it's prevailing in the whole world. What all systems are there, what all customs are there. So all the aspects related to financial market includes in the financial system. All the aspects, all the conditions, all the institutions, all the instruments, all the services of financial market will be included in the financial system of the country. If the financial system of the country is very good, very positive, then it will create a positive impact in the country. How? Can anyone answer about that? Yes, it's a simple thing. If a country have a good financial capability, if a company have a good financial capability, then the company can be growing. It can be grow in somewhat very high or comparatively bigger as compared to the competitors. Just like that, if Indian financial system is very big, or it has a positive impact, or it has a flexible attitude, then what will happen? Yes, the financial stability and the financial performance of the company will be very, very, very high. So that's a thing that I need to tell you about the financial system. Okay, now I just want to explain some terms, that is savers and investors. What is the savers and investors means? I am earning, please note down, I am earning 1 lakh rupee. 1 lakh rupee per month I am earning. I am earning 1 lakh rupee, 1 lakh. What can I do with this 1 lakh? I can either save this 1 lakh, or either I can consume this 1 lakh, or either I can invest this 1 lakh. Sometimes I will do savings. I'll go to a bank and I'll give my money to the bank and I'll tell you, please keep this money as savings and better you give me some interest. So it's a good attitude of everyone. Yeah, savings, I have done savings. It's a future investment. Yeah, that's a good thing. So that's saving. And what's investing? I'm going to a company. For example, I'm going to Wipro, or I'm going to this Reliance, and I'm telling that, yeah, I have this 1 lakh rupees. Please take my 1 lakh rupees and give me shares. That's investment. Then the third one is consumption. What is this consumption? Neither I can save this money, invest this money, or I can consume this money. Everyone is doing this consumption. What is that? We all are buying something for the money available to us. That's a true thing. Once we can do saving, or we can do investment, or we can do consumption. A person who is very much effective and efficient in this income, he will make effective utilization of these three terms. He will save some money, he will invest some money, and he will consume the other money available to him. So you may think about, so why the savings is happening, or why the saving is so good. So there is a simple answer for that. Let me show you a small diagram for explaining that much better. See this. This is a bank. This is a bank. Just imagine that this is a bank. I am going to this bank because I have 1 lakh rupees. And I am going to this bank and I am telling my manager, sir, that, sir, I have 1 lakh rupees. Please save my cash. Please put this cash in my bank. So he told, okay. He has put on my cash into the bank. And he, in return, he gave me what? Some interest. He'll give me some what? Interest. For the savings, I'll get some interest. But the 1 lakh rupees is staying in the bank. What the bank will do? The bank will do only one thing. That is, the bank will give loan to another person. The bank will give loan to another person. And in return, the bank will charge a high interest rate. So this is how a bank works. Okay, I am saving something, and that saving is given by the bank to another person in the form of what? Loan, and I'll get smaller rate of interest, but the other person should pay high rate of interest. That's the difference between both the things. So savings and investments are important terms that you should be specifically cleared about while we are studying, or while you are studying this financial market paper. Okay, now another important thing I need to tell you in this first session is types of financial institutions. There are only two types of financial institutions. The first one is banking. You see, it's a bank. Banking. And the next one is what? Non-banking financial companies. You all have heard about that. Non-banking financial companies. Bank, what is bank? Bank is any other institution or any institution which accepts deposits and lends what? Loan. That's a thing that's a main definition, or that's a universally accepted definition of bank. What is non-banking? Non-banking is also just similar to bank, but there are only two differences of non-banking financial companies as compared to bank that I'll teach you while I'm going to this non-banking financial companies. So there are only two financial institutions. The first one is what? Bank, and next one is NBFC. What's the full form of NBFC? It is non-banking financial corporation. No, non-banking financial company. It's non-banking financial company. So the first part is very clear. I have given some brief explanations about financial market, financial system, banking, non-banking, savers, investment, and consumption. Okay. So we have discussed about this introduction of financial market. Now we need to go to the second stage, that is banking and non-banking financial companies. First one is banking and next one is non-banking. So I'll discuss about bank. So bank is any institutions which lends money and receives these deposits from people. We all know about that things. And bank can be divided into two sectors or two forms. That is, first one is, you all know that, organized, and second one is unorganized. The first one is organized and second one is unorganized. First one is organized and unorganized. So in organized sector, some banks will come. You all know about that, but also I should explain to you. The first one is commercial bank. You all know about commercial banks, which is the example. Can you say any example of commercial bank? Yeah, State Bank of India is one of the biggest and one of the first commercial bank in the country. State Bank of India is a commercial bank. Okay, next one, what is that? RRB, not RBI. RBI is Reserve Bank of India, but RRB is Regional Rural Bank. It is Regional Rural Bank, which has been established on the date where Gandhiji has been born. What is the main motto, or what was Gandhiji's aim? Yeah, to develop all this rural area. So for the development of rural areas and to give financial inclusion, the term you should hear that is financial inclusion. What is this financial inclusion? Yeah, including every people, every sectors to the banking sector. So by keeping that aim, RRB has been introduced. And next one is cooperative bank. What is this cooperative bank? Yes, all those bank which has been registered under Cooperative Societies Act 1912 is considered to be a cooperative bank. And the next one is what? Foreign bank. Which is the first foreign bank in India? Yeah, it's Chartered Bank of India. It is the first foreign bank that's been conceived in India. So organized are divided into commercial bank. Next one, RRB, regional rural banks. Next one is cooperative banks. And the next one is what? What is the next one? Foreign bank. Yes. And the next topic that I need to discuss is unorganized. What is unorganized banking? What is that? Yeah, it has only two headings. The first one is indigenous bank. You all have heard about indigenous bank. What is indigenous bank? It's a private bank. It is not regulated or controlled by government. It's a private bank which accepts and lends money. That's indigenous bank. And the next one is, first one is indigenous bank, and the next one is what? Money lenders. What is this money lenders? Money lenders are not a institutions or not a cooperative society or not a commercial things or nothing. These are the people who lends large sum or small sum amount of money to the people with high rate of interest. That's the thing. Money lenders will accept, or they will accept only, okay, I'll give loan to you only when what? If the people who gets the loan will give what? This lump sum or high rate of interest. So these are the two terms or the two things that we need to discuss before this. What is that? Organized and unorganized. Organized commercial banks are there, RRB is there, cooperative bank is there, foreign bank is there, and unorganized, what all things are there? Indigenous bank is there, and money lenders are there. So we are going to the part 3 or the last section of this chapter. So it is non-banking financial institutions, NBFI or NBFC. So better take a pen and a note, just write down what is non-banking financial institution. Just write a non-banking institutions, which is a company, has principal business of receiving deposits under any schemes or arrangement on lump sum or installments of way, combination or in other norms, and is also a non-banking financial company. It's just similar to what? A bank. But it is not like a bank. Why it is not like a bank? That's a thing that you all will come to know, or you will be discussing among each other. Why this non-banking financial institution is not a bank? It has also a bank name is coming over there. But there are two similarities. Yeah, first one, the non-banking financial institutions will receive a deposit. It will pay what? It will give loan and everything will do. But there is nothing like demand deposit. You all know about this term DD. Demand deposit will not be acceptable in non-banking financial institutions or company. And another important thing is check. What is this check? We all know about check leaves, checkbook. We all know about that. We can write. We have heard about many types of checks in banking and insurance paper that has been studied in the degree classes. What is this check? Check will not be issued by this non-banking financial institution or financial company. So what all things comes under this non-banking financial institution? It's very easy and it's very simple. Only insurance companies will come under this non-banking financial institutions. This leasing companies will come under non-banking financial institutions. This hire purchase companies will come under that. This derivative companies will come under non-banking financial institutions, and this consultancy agencies, all things will come under what? This non-banking financial institutions. Now, next thing I need to discuss is financial services. everyone is known about this financial service, and everything is done through this financial services. And what is this service? Yeah, services are something which not related, or which cannot be related to production or something like that. Services can be a favorable service. I'm giving a service to this. Teaching is a service. Doctor, what is doing? Yeah, it's a service. Advocates are doing this service. Even collector is doing a service. He is not producing anything. Everything is giving a service. What is service? There are two types of service. You all know about that. That is fee-based service and fund-based service. Just you should be very clear about this, and some questions will be related to this fee-based service, and fund-based service will be coming for your net exam also. So what is this fee-based service? Consultancy services are fee-based service. It's easy. Management consultancy, financial consultancy, auditing consultancy, everything comes under what? This fee-based service. If they do the consultancy, we should give the fee thing. So that's the thing that comes under this fee-based service. And what is this fund-based service? Fund-based service, we should be very clear about that. That is, in this criteria, only lump sum money transactions or monetary transactions are dealt. Only lump sum. Lump sum means which is heavy money. For example, leasing, hire purchase, everything comes under what? This fund-based service. So these are the two things, that is fee-based service and fund-based service, that we should be discussing in this part. Okay. And the last thing in this chapter is the financial instruments. What is financial instruments? Yeah. What is this financial instruments? Financial instruments. What is that? Financial instruments. Share, debenture, promissory notes. Everything is a financial instrument. For what these instruments are? Derivatives. It's an important thing. In the final PG, you will be studying the paper, financial derivatives and risk analysis. There is a paper for derivatives only. Okay, so you should be hearing about this financial instruments. What is a financial instrument? All those instruments which are dealing in the financial market is called financial instruments. That's a simple thing. All those instruments which are dealing in a financial market is called a financial instruments, which can be share, which can be bond, which can be debentures, which can be derivatives, and everything that is what deals in the financial market can be concluded in a financial instruments. And these financial instruments are very, very important for a smooth running of this financial market. If financial instruments are not there, then what will happen? The financial market will not be there. So financial instruments can be, you can easily share, debenture, bond, derivatives, cash equivalents, etc. These are being classified under financial instruments. Now, one more term I should tell you, that is liquidity. What does the term liquidity means? How faster we can convert a instrument into cash, that's liquidity. How fastly we can convert the share of a company into cash, high liquidity is there. How fastly we can convert the bond into cash, liquidity is there. So how faster we can sell or we can convert the financial instrument into cash, which will be called as the liquidity position, or the liquidity of the company is very high. So liquidity, what is the liquid? Waters are liquid. It's very liquid, it's very transparent. We can convert it to anything. That's a thing which lies under the term liquidity. So many are being confused that, so what is the meaning of liquidity? Liquidity means conversion of the documents or the product or share or anything into the cash very smoothly. That's the thing that lies under this financial liquidity also. And now I need to conclude the total chapter. And the first one, we have discussed about the what financial market. We have discussed about it. We have discussed about financial system. We have discussed about financial instruments. We have discussed about many things, and non-banking financial institutions. We have discussed about bank, commercial banks, foreign banks, cooperative banks, and regional rural banks, money lenders. We have discussed everything. So these all comprises on the parties. So these all are the parties that we should be understanding before we are going to the hardcore subject of this financial market. So thank you.